Hi, I just thought I'd make a quick video of the equipment and cameras and bits and pieces that I use in my Nest boxes, just in case anyone's interested. Basically, cameras are coming up leaps and bounds now. There used to be little modules that, in actual fact this is one of them, called a Sony FEO, FEOE. These are normal analog cameras that will work directly by plugging them into the AV input in the back of your TV, video recorder, whatever thing you've got. The yellow, you can either put them in the SCART via an adapter, or in the yellow terminal, which is video, and then you've got red and white, which is audio left and right. This is a camera that's it's not high resolution. It's about 700 lines. It's a CCD camera, and they seem to be coming to the end of their life now. There's new cameras that are coming out from China with different formats. The best one at the moment seems to be one called AHD, which is analog high definition. Those cameras, the ones I buy, look like this. In fact, that's just the module, but when you get the whole thing, they look something like that. The bits of it are in there, but this is just the main bit of it. Inside of it, you can unscrew it. Obviously you don't want the whole thing. It is possible to just buy the modules, but I've found that these things are so cheap, it's far better to get one that's been put together and tested and set up, and then just take the guts out of it. So all you've basically got is your LED array. There's a photocell there. Inside there you've got a camera module that's got an IR cut filter built onto it. These cameras I'm buying at the moment in February 19 for slightly less than £20. All this stuff that I'm showing you comes from, I get from eBay. These are perfectly good cameras to put up on your house. They give a fantastic picture, very good nighttime cameras, pictures up to about maybe 15 metres or something like that. Oh, I'll put that together later. But what they're known, they come in a box that looks like this. If you go onto eBay, search for AHD camera, then refine your search to UK only, and then refine your search to cheapest first, pretty close to the top, you'll see something like that, for around about £20, 19 something like that, delivered. Anyway, the problem with these, if there is a problem, is the fact that these cameras, the AHD cameras, will not work by directly connecting them to the back of your TV. The video format that's coming out of them is different, and you put it on, you connect it to your TV, the camera will actually be working fine, but you'll just get a completely blank screen. With AHD cameras you won't even get a flickering bad picture, you'll get nothing. So the only way you can use these at the moment, they've developed the AHD format, but they haven't actually developed AHD monitors to view them on. So the only way you can actually look at these at the moment is going via an AHD DVR. And you can get those in various shapes and sizes, various amount of camera inputs from 4 to 16, even 32. But I mean, you know, that's it, the thing. I've got a small one here that I use for my Nestbox cameras, which I'll move the camera now and show you. This is a tiny little one. That's the 4-way DVR. The cameras just go into the back of it. I'm using a Bailins here. I've got this networked which any live streams that you see will be coming via that onto my network and then streaming straight to YouTube. If I turn the light off, you'll be able to see there, this is a monitor that I made out of the screen from a laptop, but again, it's only got a video input, an AV input, so I can't use AHD cameras directly into this. I've got to go via an AHD DVR. That little one that I just showed you hasn't got hard drive in. I just put a 120 gigabyte mini SD card in it, and that works perfectly well. SD card, 20 quid, why mess about with a hard drive? The cameras, the camera, I just glue in the top of the box with hot glue. All you're interested, if you get one of these and take it to bits, all you're interested in is the guts. You're not even interested in the LED array, but they're so cheap, it's just worth buying them like that, and you can see what you're getting before you get it. The other thing in here, this is a little module that I use as a photocell. What I do with my boxes is, because there's only a 20 to 30 mil hole in the front, there's a limited amount of light that can get in there to get decent colour pictures in the daytime, and stop the camera struggling. I help it with a soft white 12 volt LED, warm white they call them. This is a little packet of 5 that I've got. I don't even know where I got that from, but I mean, I normally buy them in higher quantities than that. But 12 volt warm white 5mm LED. It's got a built-in resistor that I use for white light. So basically, I'll show you in a moment, in the top of the box I've got a white LED and an infrared LED. In the daytime the white LED is on. Sounds a bit daft, I know, but that's how it is. The white LED is on to help with white light inside the box, so to help supplement the lack of light that you can get through the hole. At night I use this as a photocell. The photocell is behind this little bit of hot glue here. That goes in the back halfway through the piece of wood. Fill the thing up with hot glue. The hot glue is transparent to infrared, so it works just as a normal photocell. At night the white LED goes off, an infrared one comes on. You can't really buy, as far as I'm aware, you can't really buy infrared LEDs that are pre-wired. Ideally you want 5mm LED, 950 nanometers, sorry, 850 nanometers, and they look, you'll get them looking like that. And all you need to do, either leg, whatever you want to do, is put a 2.2K resistor in series with it, solder it on one of the legs, tape it up, hot tube it up or something like that, and that will work off of 12 volts as well. If you're not sure about resistors, then you want a resistor that's got 3 red bands on it, red, 222, so it's 2.2K. What these are, I've got another one here, so you can just see it. You can find this on YouTube. This one will be, you could search for it under a temperature switch. This has got a little temperature thermostat on it, on the end of it. All I do, I just buy whatever ones I happen to see at the time, cut that off, and put a mini 5mm photocell in place of it. This is basically just what's known as a comparator. So there's a resistance in the air or there. It compares that to whatever resistance you set it to via this little turn screw here, a little potentiometer. and when they match or one gets higher than the other, they changeover relays change over state. So basically when you do that, just have 12 volt coming into the common, and then one side will go to your white LED, the other side will go to the positive on your infrared LED, and the common, you just common up the negatives in the power terminal. That's power in there. They are marked, so that's that. I don't actually use audio on my boxes. My neighbours are too close for me to be able to transmit live audio over the internet. This box I'm making here, I'm actually making for a neighbour. They haven't got a DVR, so I've put a Sony FEO camera in it, which is a redundant one basically from my heap of redundant Sony FEO cameras. Sony FEO cameras are quite easy to identify. On the lead that comes from them, they have a little waterproof joystick that you can use to program the camera. If you push the button, you'll get a display up on the screen, and you can do various programming on the cameras. If it's advertised as a Sony FEO and it hasn't got one of them, the chances are you're being kidded on. An AHD camera, this type, has no joystick. If there's any programming to be done on that, you can either do it via the menus on the DVR, or failing that, you can do it by injecting a programming signal into the video line with a little thing like that. Looks a bit like an old-fashioned iPod. If you want to have audio, this one I'm making for a neighbour. It's going on his garage, which is about 30 yards down the garden, so there's no chance of it hearing anybody else. If you get the microphones, this is a microphone, not in the thing. You've got a microphone element, goes through the top of the box, hot glue in. You've got power in, you've got power in, you've got power out, so those are basically just linked, and you've got audio out. This is handy if you take one of these cameras out of the housing. This is an aluminium housing. You'll have to mess around and get the cable out the back of it as well. These microphones with two power in and power out are really handy, because you can come in with your power, go in, come out, go straight to the camera, and then you haven't got any messing about with having to wire up joints and put things under terminal strip and chop bits of wire and stuff like that. They'll go as a straight thing. So if you're looking for a microphone, there's two different types. You'll get two. You can get a microphone that looks just like that. So you've just got power in. Sorry, that's a lie. It looks like that. So you've just got power in and audio out. If you're making one for the bird box, you need power to do something else. So you want to get one that don't cost any more money. You want to get one with two in and out power and the audio. As I say, I have actually got audio fitted to my box, but I don't use it because I can't risk transmitting live audio over the internet. The box itself I make, just 18mm ply, 6 inches wide, 6 inches deep, which gives you about sort of 4.5 inch internal dimensions. It's about 8 1/4 up to what I call the attic. This box, as I say, I'm making for a neighbour. All I'm going to do with this is 2 pieces of ply that will hang down a little way, stick out about an inch, 1 1/4, and put a bit of screw it on, and put a bit of roofing felt on to make it look pretty. I stop the box there so that can be cleaned out, hinged on the other side. The hole, as I said earlier, the hole, if you just want blue tits in there, 22mm hole. If you're quite happy for great tits, maybe wrens, or possibly even sparrows, 25 to 30mm hole. The downside of making the hole too big is that bigger birds can get in and evict smaller birds. if